You see, when I say, I will not stop until I win, I don't mean that life easily gets better or that things magically go my way. What I really mean is that I've promised myself a vow that no matter how many times life knocks me down, I'm going to get back up. Because the reality is, life will test you. It will test your patience, your aspirations, and even your self-worth. You will encounter individuals who question you, scenarios that weaken you, and instances that lead you to wonder if it's all worth it. But in those instances, when everything appears to be collapsing, that's precisely when your determination has to stand the highest. I have come to understand that determination is not something you discover once and hold on to forever. It's something you construct each and every day. It's getting up after each failure and saying, I'll try again. It's looking at your scars, emotional or physical, and knowing they don't determine the end of your story, they recount your battle. The flame that burns in your soul, that soft voice that tells you, don't give up, is what it keeps you alive when everything else is dead silence. I know. I've reached a place where it seemed easier to just give up than keep going. But each time I believed I reached my breaking point, I found a bit more of strength that lay waiting within me. And that strength would only present itself because I did not give up. You see, victory doesn't always look like standing on a stage with a trophy in your hands. Sometimes victory is just deciding to keep going when every cell in your body wants to just stop. Sometimes it's smiling while crying, forgiving someone that shattered you, or trusting in yourself when nobody else will. Determination is not loud, it's not always fanfare. Often, it's quiet. It's that quiet determination not to let go of your mission, even when you're exhausted, even when you're afraid. Let me tell you something, in the year 2025, the world does not reward those who start well. The world rewards those who finish well. All people can start a journey in great enthusiasm, but few have the guts to remain on the journey when it rains. The reality is that there will always be individuals who believe your dreams are impossible. There will always be voices that say you can't. But you have to learn to be louder. You have to tell yourself, I can and I will. Because the instant you believe in your power, you become invincible. Your determination is your shield, your faith is your sword, and your vision is your compass. When you fail, and you will, don't view it as defeat. Each failure is simply a reminder that you're still in the contest. Each disappointment is evidence that you had the guts to try. True defeat isn't falling. It's not getting back up. Winners aren't those who never encounter setbacks. They're those who encounter them and continue to push ahead. The line between success and failure sometimes is as simple as making one more attempt. And that is the power of determination. It does not call for perfection, only persistence. So if you're pursuing a dream in 2025, don't let short-term failures cause you to lose your way. Don't let fear dictate your faith. Your path is yours, and nobody else can tread it for you. Each obstacle you overcome strengthens you. Each fear you quiet draws you closer to your destination. Don't stop, even when you can't see the finish. Because one day, you'll look back and know that it wasn't luck or talent that earned you that place. It was your unbreakable resolve. And on that day, you'll be able to boldly declare, I didn't stop until I won. Pain is a language that every one of us speaks, but few of us learn from. When I say I help people turn pain into power, I'm not speaking out of theory, I'm speaking out of experience. Pain has taught me more than all of my teachers combined. It broke me, remolded me, and eventually remolded me into a stronger person, a bolder person, and someone who finally realized that the scars we bear are not evidence of weakness, but of survival. Life has this capacity to bring us on our knees, to let us feel like everything we've ever wished for is vanishing. But during those times of silence and despair, there's something remarkable hiding in wait to be found, the strength that pain can unleash in us. Pain was punishment. I used to think that it existed to destroy me. But eventually I learned that pain was just direction. It was the way life directed me toward growth, toward compassion, toward meaning. The reality is that none of us get stronger in comfort. Growth doesn't occur when all is easy. It occurs when all feels impossible. It occurs when you have every reason to give up, yet you don't. That decision, to get up despite the pain, is where change starts. Every heartbreak, every rejection, every failure is a stepping stone to something greater. And when you finally turn around and confront pain, you realize that it's not your enemy. It's your biggest source of strength. I know what it's like to have your dreams crushed, to stand in front of the mirror and not even know the person standing there. But I also know that when you stop asking, why me, and start asking, what can I learn from this? Everything becomes different. Pain compels you to dig deeper, to find out who you really are below the level of fear and doubt. It humbles you. It makes you real. It takes away ego and pride and reminds you of what is important. The most gorgeous people I know are not the people who have never broken. They are the people who were broken and put back together again with kindness and appreciation. In 2025, I want you to keep in mind that pain is not the end of your story. It's the starting point of your rebirth. Don't let it bitter you, let it better you. Don't let it mute you, let it make you worth hearing. Every wound you bear is a testament to your strength. Every scar you bear is proof that you made it through. When you own your pain, you reclaim your strength. You cease to be a victim of your past and become the writer of your future. That transformation, from pain to power, is what makes real triumph. So when life challenges you again, don't pray for a lighter load. Pray for shoulders that are stronger. Don't pray away the storm. Learn to dance in the rain. Because when you emerge from the other end, you'll know that the same aching that once shattered you is now the flame that ignites your will. And that's when you realize pain was never intended to hold you back. It was intended to prepare you for the victory that awaits in front of you. There is a point in life when you must look beyond the naked eye and begin believing what your heart already knows is possible. Vision isn't about what you can see. It's about what you can envision even when nobody else can. When I refer to having a vision beyond limitations, I'm referring to the ability to see light when you're plunged in darkness, to have faith in possibility when you only have obstacles. Because the truth is, every great dream has a start with a vision mind, a mind that believes before the world believes along with it. We all have moments where we feel locked in by our situation, when the walls of limitation come close and doubt tells us we're not enough. But those are exactly the moments when vision becomes most crucial. It's simple to assume when everything goes your way, but the true test is when nothing appears to go your way. Vision is what keeps you going even when the road ahead vanishes. It's what prompts you to say, I don't know how, but I'll find a way. Winners are not individuals who don't have obstacles. They are individuals who decide to see beyond them. They are positive about possibilities, not problems. There was a moment when I couldn't envision a future for myself. All of my passions were stripped away from me in a moment, and I figured my tale was finished. It wasn't, though. It had simply begun. I came to realize that my bodily restrictions didn't limit my potential, my vision did. And then when I began viewing life through the lens of purpose, it all shifted. I ceased to ask, why me, and began to utter, try me. I started to envision myself as not broken, but becoming. That is the miracle of vision. It turns what appears to be an end into a new starting point. In 2025, I want you to be courageous and dream beyond your situation. Don't let fear of failure obfuscate your vision. Don't let somebody else tell you how far you can go. Remember, the world only sees what is, but visionaries see what can be. You need to learn how to see your dreams before they become reality. You need to speak life into your goals, even when they feel far away. Because all great things began as a thought in someone's mind, a thought that they refused to let go of. You must guard your vision. Not everyone will get it, and that's fine. There will be people that will say your dreams are unrealistic, because all they can see is in front of them and not in you. But if you can keep your vision near, if you can feed it with belief and deed, it will one day become your life. Vision is not viewing success, it's experiencing it, existing in your mind before the world gets to see it manifest. That's what sustains you when progress seems slow, when outcomes are not visible, when the journey seems isolated. So don't let today's limitations take tomorrow's possibilities. Don't let short-term setbacks blind you to the future that's ahead of you. Close your eyes and look with your heart. See the life you desire, the change you can affect, the difference you can make. Because the moment you know that your vision is greater than your limitation, you become unstoppable. You quit existing and begin thriving. And one day, when you arrive at the destination you've always dreamed of, you'll look back and see that it all started with a single decision: to look beyond the boundaries, to have faith when no one else did, and to never, ever lose faith in the strength of your vision. Consistency, it's not a flashy word, but it's the pulse of success. Everybody desires to win, but few will keep coming when the thrill of the moment is gone. When I say, I will not stop until I win, I do not mean the grand victory moments. I mean the little, often imperceptible decisions you make each day. The willpower to do what needs to be done, even when nobody is paying attention. The guts to remain dedicated even when the fruits don't materialize yet. Because the reality is, success is not built in a single grand moment. It's built in the humble persistence of daily work. In a world where we reward overnight successes, we forget sometimes that true growth unfolds over time. Flowers take time to bloom, and so do dreams. All the seeds you sow today will require patience, care, and tending before they bloom into something lovely. The same goes for your targets. You can't anticipate advancement without steadfastness. You can't anticipate victory if you're only present when it's convenient. Consistency is what takes average actions and turns them into phenomenal outcomes. It's what pushes you forward when motivation is gone. Because motivation is fleeting, but dedication is forever. There were days in my existence when it seemed easier to give up. Days when things seemed invisible, like progress wasn't being made, like nothing was changing, like even what we're doing is not worth it. But those are the days that actually make you. Because consistency isn't about perfection. It's about sticking with it. It's about showing up even when it hurts, even when no one applauds for you. Those minutes of behind the scenes work, those are the building blocks of your future. They're small things, perhaps, but one day you'll turn around and understand that they were the pieces of the foundation of your triumph. The road to success is not a linear one. It's covered in setbacks, sluggish days, and quiet wars. But what gets you through them is consistency. It instills in you discipline. It instills in you grit. It reminds you that progress may not be seen, but it is always taking place. Each step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem, counts. Each time you decide to keep moving forward rather than quit, you are one step closer to your victory. The individuals who achieve their dreams aren't necessarily the most gifted. They're the most consistent. They're the ones that won't stop showing up for themselves. In 2025, may consistency be your strength. Wait no more for the right moment because it would never arrive. Begin now with what you have at hand, where you stand. Success does not wait. Success comes to those who labor, steadily, slowly, with passion. Even when the world does not see your effort, persevere. For one day, all those long hours of dedication, all those late nights without sleep, all those times you opted for perseverance over ease, they will pay off. They will be your breakthrough. So promise yourself this, however long it will take. You will continue to show up. You will continue moving, learning, growing, and believing. For the minute you settle on being consistent, you've already started winning. The outcome will come, though it may take a while. Keep in mind, though, that consistency is not about being the best every single day. It's about being better than you were yesterday. Keep moving, however slowly. Keep pressing, no matter how painful. Because the people who win are not the ones who run fast, but the ones who never stop going forward. And when you finally arrive at your destination, you'll know it wasn't luck. It was your unshakable consistency that took you there, you know. Winning isn't only about standing at the finish line with a medal clutched in your hand. Real victory extends far, far beyond that. It's about how your journey inspires others to rise, how your courage gives someone else the strength to go on. Because at the end of the day, your story isn't even yours. It's a ripple that touches people you may never even know. When you decide to keep moving forward, when you decide to get up after each fall, you give the world around you permission in a silent voice to believe that they can too. That's the kind of impact that lasts, not for a fleeting moment, but for a lifetime. I've learned something lovely from my own experiences. No one remembers you for what you do. They remember you for how you made them feel. They remember how you provided them with hope when they had lost all their own. Your hurt, your grit, your movement forward, all these things become a survival guide for someone else. Each time you speak your truth, each time you present yourself with strength and authenticity, you remind the world that even with broken wings, you can still fly. You do not know who is observing you, finding strength in your determination. Perhaps a child who has lost hope in their dreams. Perhaps a friend secretly struggling with theirs. Your path can be the spark that ignites the flame of their light. We're living in a society that is constantly saying to us, compete more, climb further, win quicker. What if true winning has nothing to do with staying ahead of everyone else, but with taking people with you as you climb? What if your ultimate success isn't in how far you climb, but how many you bring up with you? Because when you triumph humbly, when your victory bears the fingerprints of compassion, it doesn't just transform your life. It transforms the lives of those around you. The ugliness of your struggle is a reflection for another person to find their own strength. And that, in my book, is the ultimate victory. In 2025, I want you to know that your story counts. Each failure, each resurgence, each tear, and each victory. Don't conceal your struggles, let them be known. Don't be embarrassed about your scars. They are testaments of your survival. The world does not require flawless human beings. It requires genuine human beings who will remind others that healing is achievable, that victory is achievable, that life is worth living. When you let your story shine, you establish a chain of courage that reaches farther than you can dream. You become living testament that no matter how black the night, the dawn is sure to come. So, when you win, and you will, don't stop there. Reach back and pull someone else up. Share your story, tell them to keep going. Because the second you inspire someone to stand up, you've doubled your triumph. And even when the crowd quieted, that ripple effect will still stay with you. That's what winning on purpose, living on purpose, taking your journey and making it a message looks like. So don't quit until you win. Not for yourself, but for all those who need to know that it can be done. Because your victory isn't just the end of your story. It's the beginning of someone else's hope. Undefined ChatGPT can ma